Hey everyone, Scott Smith again with part two on navigating the move from one home to the next. When you have a home to sell and you're looking to buy your next home, there are a number of different options for you. And so we, again, specialize in helping our clients move from one home to the next. And we've narrowed it down to 7 really good options for you. And depending on every situation is different, what would be the best option for you? So option number 4 is a non-contingent purchase. And that will typically fall in line for a client that has strong financial ability to buy a home without having to sell their current home. Number one, it gives them great flexibility from a timing standpoint. So I've got maybe my home is paid off, or I've got the financial resources to purchase my next home without having this home sold. And so with that, you're able to kind of line up your purchase and your sale a little bit better. So with that, we've seen many clients that will be selling their or looking to sell their current home. They don't want to keep it, but they definitely want to find something specific. So they make a non-contingent offer on their next home. They close on that property. Maybe it needs some renovations. Maybe it's in a different location. So they need a little bit more time and logistics to move. So they're able to transition into their next home before they have to vacate their current home. So it's a great option if you have the financial means to do it. Certainly explore that with a bank. Or your financial advisor. So with that, you also might be looking at some bridge financing. So it's a kind of a blanket term, but bridge financing is where you're borrowing the money either from a 401k or from equity in your current home, and then using that as a down payment or to pay cash for your next home. So certainly some financial logistics with that, but definitely something that we encounter quite often, are able to kind of help you navigate that if that is a resource that you want to explore. The next thing would be more traditional, where you have a contingent offer on a property. So again, more of a traditional aspect with the move. I find a home, but I need to sell my home first, but I'm still going to write a contingent offer on me selling my current home. The logistics on that one is that you could potentially get bumped from a non-contingent offer that comes in on that next property. In a slower market, it's certainly an option. If you're looking at something that maybe is even an off-market type of property, maybe you're buying a home from a neighbor or a family friend or an acquaintance, and we have to sell our current home. There's no time constraints on their end, so you're able to write a different offer with a contingency in it. Say, hey, we'll buy your property, but we need to sell ours first. Certainly, there's language in that contract with a bump clause and how that would impact you. So it's a little bit more complex. Certainly, something that we encounter usually once or twice a year, even in a tight market. The third option that I want to share with you today is keeping your home as a rental property. We've got a number of clients right now that have refinanced their home. They have very little mortgage interest rates, something in the 2s or the 3s. They've got great equity on it, and they're looking at keeping that asset as a rental property. So they might be saying, hey, you know what, this would be a great rental. Rent rates are up. Is it something that would make sense for us from a financial standpoint to hang on to that asset? Now, the one caveat that we talk to them about, again, we're not an attorney or an accountant. We can't give you legal or tax advice. But one of the options with that you maybe want to explore is where you can exclude any of the capital gains from that property as a principal residence if you've owner occupied it for 2 of the last 5 years. That was a legislation that came into play in 1997. So you don't want to vacate that. Possibly, but certainly looking at it as an option for you to build some wealth in investment real estate. We have a number of rental properties ourselves, and it's a great option if you want to keep that property. We're in the business of keeping an asset rather than selling it all the time. We'll also run into it when people are looking at buying a second home. So maybe you have your current home and you're looking at buying a vacation property, maybe a condo, someplace warmer than Minnesota or a lake place, and you want to keep this property, but how do we unlock some of the equity in the current home to buy that second property. So we'll certainly help you navigate that as well. So reach out to us if you have any questions about the options 4, 5, and 6, non-contingent, where you'll be looking at potentially some bridge financing, a contingent offer on you selling your home and then buying that next home, or keeping your property as a current resident. So certainly reach out to us. We can help you navigate that. 651-777-3434. Thanks. Have a great day.